Hello, I'm ANEKA from Made to Sew. In this short video, I'm going to be showing you how I created these lovely flowers, the perfect way to add some couture embellishment to your garments. I created mine using a tulle fabric that was created from 100% polyamide. It was from Joel & Sons. However, you can use tulle, you can use organza, you can work with a variety of different fabrics to create a different effect. Just make sure that they are man-made fabrics if you want to follow the same method that I used here. You're going to want to begin by creating yourself some pattern pieces, and these are simply circles. Create them using a compass. And it's good to have a range of different sizes, but the sizes depend on the size of the flower that you want to create. I have a range of sizes from 2 inches, which is 5 centimeters, through to my largest, which is 7 inches or 18 centimeters. However, there is no rule in terms of the size that you need to make. Cut them out in card or in paper, whichever you find easier. To give you an idea, this flower in the center here, the pink flower, used the largest size on this flower was a 3-inch, 7.5 centimeters. With the bronze flower up here, the largest circle that I used was 7 inches or 18 centimeters. And then I simply use the smaller circles and reduce in size as I'm creating the flower. Whereas these tiny little flowers down here, I only used the 2-inch or 5 centimeter circle. So create a template that you want to work with, draw them onto card or paper and cut them out. And then we can begin. Prepare the fabric that you're working with. Now I have actually folded my tulle. I pinned the 2 selvage edges together, and then I've actually folded it in half again, just so that I'm actually cutting out more layers at one time. Obviously, if you wanted to, you really could fold this up so that you're cutting out a good amount of layers at the same time, because you do need quite a number of layers to create a professional looking flower. Take your template and you can either pin this on, or if you prefer, you could use a cardboard template and a rotary cutter. You're going to want to cut out a number of layers of each size of circle that you're using, depending on the size of the flower that you want to make. For example, this bronze flower here has 15 layers of tulle fabric in a variety of different sizes. This smaller flower has 10 layers in a variety of different sizes. So you do need a number of layers to build the flowers up to create something that looks professional. Cut out the shapes that you're working with. Once you've cut out the shapes, remove the pattern pieces. And you should have a selection of sizes that you're working with. Take the pieces that you've cut out and pick up all of the pieces in one size. Take a pair of scissors and we're going to cut into the center, basically creating the petals. You're going to want to cut about 5 times evenly-ish around the circle. If you end up with 6 cuts, then that's fine. And it really does not have to be perfect here. The layers don't have to be on top of one another perfectly. It's just a case of cutting in to create these petals. And you would do this for all sizes. For the next step, you're going to need an open flame of some sort, and here you do need to be really careful. You can use a candle, you could use a lighter of some description. Feel free to grab a pair of tweezers or tongs that you can hold the fabric by. You do not want to cause any harm to yourself. Pick up 1 layer of fabric and you're going to hold it in the middle, and then you're going to take it over a flame, and it does not need to touch the flame at all. You can see I'm a good couple of inches, 5 centimeters away, and you'll find that the tulle will just curl up and melt, just like the edges of petals. It is hot, so again, you could wear an oven glove or something if you wanted to. I really want to make sure that you do not harm yourself. Once you're happy with how much the piece is curled, put it to one side and begin with the next piece. And you're going to do that for all of the pieces. I would recommend doing each piece individually rather than picking up layers together, because if you pick them up together, you'll find that they will melt and curl together. We want to have different shapes. Now I've melted or curled all of the edges of my tulle, but you don't need to do it to all of the layers of your fabric, depending on what you're working with. You're going to need to grab a needle and thread, a thread that is a good colour matching with the fabric that you're using. Now you're going to want to begin by layering the pieces of fabric. You're going to want to start with the size that you want the flower to be. So it's going to be your largest size. For this tutorial, I'm going to be doing the 5" or 12 centimetre. And I'm going to pop a couple of layers of that. And then I'm going to start moving down in size to my 4". And you do not want the petals to be in the same position. You want to really stagger the position of the petals. That's what's going to make it look more realistic. You can, by all means, add some different coloured layers of tulle or different coloured layers of organza. If you had a variation of pinks, it would look really good here, and you could actually use that to your advantage to sort of shape the flower and make it look more realistic. Now, once you've got a good number of layers on, I probably have about 5 or 6 here, I'm going to take my needle and thread. And you can see that I'm holding this central area flat. This is the center of the flower. You could, if you wanted to, grab a pin and you could pin that area if that's going to help you when you're sewing. Now we're going to use a needle and we're going to start at the back. So I have got my knot at the back and I'm going to position that through. Be cautious that you don't end up collecting any of the other petals here. You want this to be a nice flat area to sew. And really it is a case of going in and out. So I'm going from the back, which is nice and flat, through to the center of the flower. I really like to keep my stitches to a minimum, so I'm going to be going in and out very, very close to one another so that I don't have a mess of stitching here. And just make sure when you pull the needle through that you're not accidentally catching any of the petals. And then you're going to continue with the process. Once I've positioned the thread into the center of the flower, I then tend to sort of thread the next pieces on so that I'm collecting them all up. And you're going to get smaller and smaller in size. And the number that you add is simply up to you. It's a case of having a look and trying to make sure that you achieve what you're looking for in terms of volume and what it looks like. Once I've added a few more layers, I will sew back through again to hold those in place. Again, making sure that I am not accidentally catching anything. And I'll always finish my flower with a couple of the very small pieces, so the 2" or 5 centimetres, because I feel that they really look like the inside of the flower. And feel free to add other things as well as fabric. I've seen these with feathers that have been added into them. You really can add what you want to create the look that you're going for. And once you're happy that you've sewn the flower to your desired effect, I tend to go to the back here and I will sew a couple of times through the back just to secure my stitching. Now I generally leave this thread attached to the flower because I want to use this to sew it on to the garment or whatever it is I'm making. So I will grab my scissors and I will actually cut it off by the needle. So I have left a thread that I can use to attach this onto my garment. And that is the tulle flower. You can have a play scrunching this up, redistributing the petals. You can remelt or burn the petals if you need to. And it's just a case of getting the look that you want for the project that you're making. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial.